Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. I have my crystal ball off to the side, so I will be scrying throughout this message. If you're new to my channel, my readings are a little different, and if you're returning, welcome back. You know how we do. If it doesn't resonate with you, if you're forcing the story to fit, arguing with it in any way, just leave it behind for the people who it's meant for. So on October 30th, there will be a special event between myself and iScry with Steph. It will be conducted over Zoom at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the HEKATE Halloween. She'll be dropping some ink, doing a scry. I will be laying out some cards. And if you're interested in that event, the link for that is in the description box below. You can get more information there. So let's go ahead. Taking a step aside. And allowing spirit to pass through me. Opening up to receive information. Okay. Seeing a stair, the stair is going down. It's interesting, the stair is going down and it feels like it's in a space that's set apart. So this collective, whoever I'm reading for today, it feels like we're going into some deeper places inside of ourselves than maybe we've been in quite some time. It's almost like a new layer has been discovered. And because it's in some sort of space that feels set aside, this is not necessarily the overtone of this stretch that we're on right now inside of our personal journeys, but it is something that seems to be operating in tandem too. So for example, this might not be a huge focus right now inside of someone's personal journey, but it's something that's going on in the background behind the scenes where somebody doesn't know, where like other people don't know about it. So this is something that's being done privately in quiet, and it feels like we're exploring layers of ourself that we haven't explored before. And I'm seeing somebody reach the bottom of these stairs and it's like they're pouring water into this planter that has like a little plant growing in it. It's very beautiful, very cute, cute little leaves. There's something new that's growing there. It's a new form of life that's growing deep inside of us that had not been tended before because we didn't know that we could have this. Very interesting, very interesting. Now I'm being shown some stained glass. So there's different colors through which we're seeing things, and maybe we're understanding that our view is tinted in some way, but it's almost like the tint is changing. We're changing the tint of which we're viewing certain things. This could be people, places, and things, and the way that we're processing the information from these things, the way that we interact with things might be changing. Okay. Okay, 9 of Cups. Whoever this message is for, your whole goal right now is about personal happiness, personal fulfillment. When the 9 of Cups shows up, this is considered the wish fulfillment card. For me, I notice that when this comes out in my readings, it doesn't necessarily mean that the wishes are fulfilled. It means that someone is in the process of really becoming, right? Notice how those cups are surrounding this person. This person may be realizing, whoever this message is for, may be realizing certain ways in which they keep themselves stuck. This tunic that this guy's wearing, it always makes me think of like, prison clothes. And there may be ways that we're keeping ourselves imprisoned in some way, in an idea or in a lifestyle for some people. And this is usually the result of this. That hat is red, which makes me think that our ideas, our very nature has had an overtone of needing to survive, right? When we talk about that red color, we're talking about our stability, our root chakra. And because it's had this overtone of needing to survive, someone is starting to understand all the different cups that are available to them so that they don't have to be in this survival mode. All the beautiful things that maybe you look around and you see other people have this, why can't I have that? It's this understanding that you absolutely can and you should. You deserve these things, right? You deserve love. You deserve to feel abundant. You deserve to feel safe. So this tablecloth here is blue. And this is really showing me that the root of certain things that we're trying to get for ourselves are deeply emotional, right? There are some emotions here that maybe are part of the stained glass, a part of the way that we view things. It's the way that we see things through our emotional landscape. This is part of what someone is going down these steps into their mind, into themselves, and they're planting and growing something new. They're changing something here, and it's all about how do I fulfill myself? How do I navigate to my own happiness? Yeah. Oh, very messy. It might be a very messy process for somebody. The way that the cards shuffle always tells me something because it's the energy that's coming in, right? So one of the things that was taking place right there is like an uncertainty and a messiness. So if you are in this space and you're finding that this is true, there may be some uncertainty for you. And I noticed that uncertainty kind of came through when this popped out. Uncertainty in our direction, our future. Some of you may be noticing that you're looking back. You keep looking over your shoulder, or you may find that you're looking into the past too far. Remember, one of the things that keeps coming out inside the collective readings is to keep in mind that the energy that we find ourselves in currently, the things that we're thinking, the things that we're feeling, the way that our nervous system is, feeling and holding on to energy, these are the things that are creating our future, not the past, right? So someone here, the direction that we need to move is more in the future. It's more forward. There is value in going into the past and facing certain things and clearing things out. But with the two of these coming out together and that feeling of messiness and uncertainty, it tells me that somebody may be getting stuck inside of a loop pattern in that, right? A feedback pattern where we can actually really bring ourselves down further by staying in a particular loop between the present and the past, and the present and the past, and the present and the past. Sometimes it's the optimism that we hold for the future that is able to help us actually move. There's also a realization that someone is having here that the reason why they're not able to fully relax and settle into their present moment is because of the amount of obstacles that they're having. Someone here is realizing that those obstacles may not necessarily be influencing them directly in the current moment. This person is looking at the globe, and so I almost feel that someone here is realizing that honestly about the news. It's like I'm watching this and it's upsetting my nervous system and causing me to be in this emotional state all the time. But what I'm seeing isn't directly affecting me right now, right? Someone here has come to that realization about detaching just a little bit. And that doesn't mean that you don't care about what's going on in the world or that you're not understanding what's happening. It's just understanding how to maintain your agency over your own emotional body, okay? Okay. There is a King of Swords energy that's coming forward. And so this is the cold, hard truth. And I do think that this is an energy that someone has had to embody in order to present themselves with this new sort of cup, in order to be able to present a new cup to the world, right? We're talking about this lens that's changing colors. And this doesn't happen on its own. It happens because someone gets real with themselves. So whoever this message is for, I think this is a really good job, because it's not easy to be the King of Swords for ourselves, right? It's very easy to be the King of Swords for other people, to see the issues with them, to see the problems with them, but it's not always easy to see what's going on inside of ourselves. And so especially not in this way. And so this is where someone kind of cut their own BS, and they're really assessing what it is that their emotions are trying to bring up for them at this time. This is helping someone navigate across a different shore. The reason why I'm saying that is if you look at the Knight of Cups and you look behind him, this figure has the desert, and then they're about to cross the river and be on a plateau. And so this is reaching higher ground. There is also this sense that someone here, once they've reached this King of Swords energy, they understand that this level that they've climbed down the stairs to, they don't need to stay there forever, right? So there's a time and place to be in the deeper layers, and there's a time and place to rise up and be where everyone else is, in order to have a healthy, balanced life, right? So this King of Swords is cultivating a lot of discernment for themselves. There's a lot of ideas that are changing here. There's a lot of ideas that are then subsequently changing the emotional terrain. If you look at this, it's the butterfly that's being flanked by moons here. That's how it's appearing to me right now. there's something very confusing that this collective has put behind them, okay? And anything that's confusing, usually there's a reason why it's confusing, okay? There are two birds above this cloud in the King of Swords, so for some of you, this was a confusing relationship. I want to put it this way. I don't know why, I feel like I'm supposed to, so I'm going to say it. Remember that if you are centralizing other people, other places, other things in your story, that's time you can't get back, right? Someone here, your goal in all ways is to figure out how to be in this energy, right? An energy of personal fulfillment. That doesn't mean that you have to screw people over or be super selfish. It just means that you understand that you have to be your own priority. This is the way that you show up for others in the most appropriate way with a cup that's full. You may have been someone who gave too much, who overextended too much, who did too much, right? Usually when we overextend too much, we do too much in a lot of different ways. And this is about really coming back to center and understanding that there's a time and place to be an emotional person. There's a time to close it up a little bit, right? There's a time and place for all of the energies that we exhibit, for all of the kings and queens that live inside of us from these sort of archetypal energies. And whoever this message is for, if there was a confusing person that you left behind, understand that you don't have to keep looking back over your shoulder at this confusing person. It was confusing for a reason, right? It's not because you were confused, it was confusing. And the states of confusion that you allow yourself to leak time into is time that you can't get back. And I know that most of my audience is over 40, right? Not everybody, but a lot of my audience is over 40. And at this point in the game, we have to understand that time is precious, right? You got more of your life behind you than ahead of you at this point for many of us. And so value the time that you have, value the time, and understand that this time is for you. This is why you're here. You're here living your life. Leave the confusion behind you, right? Leave the confusion behind you. You don't need confusion. You don't need confusing situations. You don't need confusing people. It's funny. It's very funny how once you leave confusing situations behind you, how unconfusing they choose to become. All right? Let's see. Okay. There's an energy of what's coming forward. What's coming forward here, we have the King of Cups. This is where we're mastering certain aspects of our own emotions. The King of Cups knows how to dive deep, right? He dives deep and he brings up this really big cup filled with all these lovely emotions. And he's okay when things are a little stormy. He's still on his stone throne, right? And this is who somebody is becoming, right? It's almost like this energy of going from a page of cups who there's messy times where we spill some water out of that cup, and moving into this King of Cups. For some of you, it's moving from the Queen of Cups into the King of Cups. And this is having something to show for all the work that you're doing right now. So whoever this message is for, if you are resonating with this and you understand that you've left something behind, or that maybe it wasn't a leaving behind, maybe it was just an understanding that there was something inside that needed to be resurrected for some of you. For some of you, it was very much cleared out or healed or integrated. For those of you that this reading has been resonating for, you're coming through like a very transformative process right now. And this transformative process is producing this King of Cups energy. And this is a maturing of something emotionally. This is a maturing of something spiritually that's taking place. And there is a ship on the right. So this is about the forward movement of a journey. Things may have been very slippery and seemed out of our control in the past because of, I'm seeing this fish back there. I'm telling you, some of you had like a slippery fish energy in your past. But the forward movement that I'm seeing here, this is much more secure, much more grounded, much more stable. There's also this this yellow, this golden like robe that this king is wearing. Some of you are very focused right now on your personal power, on reclaiming your personal power from people, places, things of the past. And understanding how you may be still relinquishing that power in the present. So in the present moment, it seems like a lot of you are working on your personal power, your sense of identity even. And this seems to be something that is helping ground and stabilize your energy. And for some of you, that's bringing you into this space of feeling like you can bring something forward for the first time. You know, that job or that business that you've always wanted to start, or that message that you always felt that other people needed. It's like we're bringing forward something about ourselves, something from deep within that's very near and dear to us, bringing it out for others. Some of you, this is a thought that you're having, like, I should do this. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Okay, all right, I'll take it. But there may be some fear there. There may be still some fear there, and that's okay. You'll have that. You'll have that, right? The more you get used to being in that energy, the more you get used to putting yourself out there or bringing that energy forward, the less you'll find yourself in this Nine of Swords. Okay. There's fast movement, okay? And so now the advice about this reading, right? There is advice coming through. It's funny, I had advice coming through inside the membership reading too today. It's to gather your strength, gather your willpower. We have the Ace of Wands here to really get clear in the next couple of days about what it is that you want. If you can't identify what it is that you want tangibly, focus on the feeling state that you want, that Nine of Cups, right? To feel fulfilled, to feel safe, to feel loved, to feel secure, whatever it is. Focus on that feeling state. Allow yourself to feel those things, right? Get good at daydreaming and feeling those things and stepping into that energy. Because even though you may be resonating with a little bit of fear, like I'm a little afraid to do this, or I'm worried about what was behind me, or I'm worried about something that I left behind. If you can resonate inside of that more positive, higher vibrational energy, there is a very rapid movement that's about to take place, and you want to make sure you wind up on the positive side of that movement rather than the negative side. I think that type of message started coming out here about 2 weeks ago, and I think in that message I said within the 2 to 3 week time frame. And so some of you have some major incoming, right? Some of you it's going to take the form of a message. Some of you, it's an inspiration to go do something, to be someplace at a certain time. There's a lot of at the right place at the right time sort of energy coming in right now in this collective, like being someplace that you're meant to be, right? Or that you should be in order to catch something. And this requires us to really get control of our willpower. And again, you can do that by clothing yourself in the energy that you're trying to create, the energy that you're hoping for your future. But it's definitely gathering strength, right? Allowing yourself to get out of the Nine of Swords and to get into the Ace of Wands, getting out of the place where I'm worried that the sky is falling and everything's collapsing in around me, and allowing yourself to step into that personal power, that personal sovereignty that you're already working on, right? I can do this. I can make this happen. I know that amazing things are about to happen for me. I trust the universe that these things can happen. I no longer accept the old story that was being fueled by my subconscious worries and anxieties and fears and beliefs. And I step into a new version of myself that allows these more positive things to happen. So whoever this message is for, there's a very profound transformation taking place. And you may have been on this journey. You may have been on this journey for quite some time. But there's a moment here coming up where something's flipping, and you may have already experienced that. So this is beautiful. So I'm gonna leave this here, and whoever this message is for, if this resonates with you, feel free to like this video and leave me a comment. Until next time.